Hi everyone, let's talk about Tasty Humans, which I just did a full playthrough for. If you want to see it all laid out and see how it works and stuff, then that's linked in the description for you to go see there. So yeah, I think this is absolutely fantastic. This is a tile-laying game, a polyomino game where the polyominoes kind of break apart as soon as you place them on your player board. So I was drawn to, the theme and the look of it straight away, and as soon as you promise polyominoes, then I am definitely intrigued. But this is interesting because you've got your main player board, and in a lot of these games that you are trying to get things in a certain order, you're trying not to have too many gaps and all of this stuff. Well, gaps are eliminated in this because you are picking a shape essentially from a 3x3 grid, and then that shape is being dropped, Connect 4 Tetris style, into your player board, into your monster's belly, and once it kind of meets another block, it separates and everything falls until there are no more gaps. And so you've got your monster's particular taste. You're going to get points for arranging things in a particular thing. So it's a 2x2 cube, a 2x2 square of the same type, or you want matching things on the end of each row, things like that. And then you get the leader tiles round by round that will, as the game goes on, give you more and more of a picture of what you need to do to score the most points. And so there is an element of trying to get pieces in the right place to satisfy those, but also where are you going to put these leader tiles when they drop into your belly, so that you can maximize your points there as well. So it's got this great thing that's going on in the belly, this great kind of variable scoring thing that is built up as the game goes on. But the way that you get those pieces in the first place is a really great kind of separate minigame in itself, that you have this 3x3 grid of the humans, of either warriors or villagers, and a lot of them have special abilities. So you're trying to think of the pieces you need the most, how you can rotate this, how it's going to look when it all drops in, all of that kind of stuff. And then you are thinking about what will happen if you take particular pieces, because some things are good, like if you take a wizard piece, then you're allowed to swap to adjacent pieces, or if you take a cleric, you're allowed to heal damage from your belly as well. But a lot of the time, it will either be, swordsman. If you take a card that was adjacent to a swordsman card, you're going to take a damage. Damage is just a little one tile that is placed somewhere in your belly that isn't even going to lose your point. It's taking up space and maybe messing up the alignment of things that you had great ideas for, but now there's a little tile in your way. But if you can't plan it out right and they end up touching, that's when they start losing you points. So there's swordsmen, and then there's archers that will do you damage if it's 2 away, and then there are captains that clear out the rows and columns and things. So there is a lot going on in, what I will take, whether it will be there later. The card I particularly want has got so many archers and swordsmen around it that I would take so much damage from it that I really don't want to take that card yet. But is somebody else going to take it instead because they can take the damage, or they've got a leader tile that rewards them for having damage, or they're about to take a load of clerics afterwards to heal it. They've got plans to do that. So there are more things than usual pulling you in different directions as to what you want to take. And what you will end up with is going to kind of, it all feeds back on itself, that what you do end up taking is going to influence those tiles in there, because as well as thinking about damage or the special effects it's going to have or the tiles it's going to give you, the cards also have crowns on them. And the person with the most crowns gets the first pick of those leader tiles, those scoring tiles, at the end of each round. So that's another thing that's pulling you, because you want to think about what that leader tile is going to be, even if you get the tile that you want, you're not going to be putting it out until the end of the next round, but you always want to have an idea of this stuff, because you don't get very many opportunities. Even if you have wizards and things, you don't get that many opportunities to move around things that you are already placed. So a lot can go into kind of planning for this stuff. And if you don't get the leader tile that you want, if you've been kind of too specific, if you've been too devoted to one of these ideas that you thought you were going to get, it can really hurt you if you just didn't manage to take enough crowns. And on the other hand, if that's all that you cared about was getting that particular leader tile, maybe you haven't got nearly as many tiles as everyone else, because they will usually there'll be a drawback to it having a load of crowns on it. It won't have as many tiles to fill in, and the game ends when someone fills their belly, and they get a little points bonus for having done that as well. I think, yeah, that's it's going to be kind of short and sweet. Has it been short? Hopefully. I really love this, and I can't really think of anything to criticise about it, really. I think it's a really great production, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But who cares what I think? The playthrough is there, and hopefully from watching me play it, you will get an idea of whether you would like to play it. And I'm going to film another one now. Thanks for watching, and bye everyone.